man meets you, they want to marry you. Be careful the things you say about the man who impregnated you. Because the way you have stepchildren are in different ways. Maybe you got married fully and the man died. That could be one issue. Not maybe you even got married and the man died. Some of you, the man was genuinely in love with you and you saw the signs written on the wall. He was about to get married to you, and by chance or by mistake or by voluntary sexual intercourse, you gave in for penetration, and all of a sudden, pregnancy came. So you see, your mode of becoming pregnant will always follow the child. So as a matter of fact, the child you are carrying is a child that you have a story written about. So my child has a story. The story has been told to the man. So as you are coming into the marriage, usually when you meet men with children, the stories they tell you about their wives, majority of the things they say, they are just to bring you to have sympathy for their children. The same as the women. So I want to marry you, have 2 children, and the children have different fathers. Tell me that I have 2 children with different fathers, I buy into it. But the fact that you tell me I have 2 children with fathers, 2 different fathers, doesn't mean you are giving the gratitude and the ingratitude of the 2 men. And one man, I went to disco, and whilst we were dancing and singing, I thought it was just a joke. And we had a one-night stand, and after the one-night stand, that has been my life. It's not been well with me again. And looking for him was so difficult. It was just in 2008 that I don't know where God brought him from. He came back again into my life, and now he asks, what is that story for? What is that story for, my dear? Se wodi ukunu dada ho nkomo ana nkwala ne papa ho nkomo papa bi ana boni bi e de kire be ma oba be wale wa be ma ne nya obuo ne do ma nkwala ne hwe won se uka kire be ma ne mpo se nkwala ne papa no oyo defo oya ade pa bibia ko yie na wusumenti na ogya wa wale a eno so enko yie ma ho oyima de here ne say shut up. It is not important to give the rundown. Young man, you love me. Thank you so much for loving me. You want to marry me. I am not a single person. I have 2 children already. But I'm no more in connection with their father. But the children are connected fully with their father. This is a wisdom woman speaking who is a husband. I am re-emphasizing this because most of you have regretted marrying the man because the man is not doing what he promised to do with you with the children. I don't need to have connection with my wife's daughter. The girl my wife brought into the marriage, she's enjoying my house because the mother is being a wife to me. I am not her father. I am not. I am not her father. She's the oldest girl in my house, but I am not the father. She is not my daughter. I can't adopt her without the father's rights. There are laws in the country. So look at this foolish man. Because you love your wife, he says, "Akwani papa no, onhwe ntese na ahwe ntino, ebe yanka fa odi ntu abofra no so. Mesira wo pa, se wo pa se wo do me dia. Se wo do me se na wo kan dia. Me maya wo ba o. Me wo da chija wa me ni yo hwe abofra ma me o. Me do. Bibi happy bi amaya ma ho. For me may say what they are why, and they cry on your shoulder, and look at how you become Jimmy." It's okay, stop crying. I love you, stop crying. I will add my name to the child's name, and she'll become my daughter too. So you meet a girl in town, she's called Jifakote. Jifakote. Jifalamte. Yalu. Jifalamte. And you ask the child, why are you called Jifa and Lamte? And my father is Lamte. But so every time the child must force to tell people who she is. Don't make the mistake. How do you call the child Abebrese Lutrot? I said none of a party the Abebrese Quating. Peninti only be near to my friend. Yes, you must me and to Abebrese. So you see, the child is growing with a new name, not by documentary adoption. You understand? Because in adoption, your maiden name is still in your documentation. But here is the case: by love, your wife has cried on you. She has used everything, including her vagina, to push you to make a decision. When you are erected and they ask some things, you have nothing to do. So you must say, "Medo." And you want can come in for me. Name say me abema say. Me say me ire dada na me bema sorry say. Now they didn't say about the tete. What they sorry say? I feel whom I feel it. The open you know me ama. Where's it kwabla? The open you know me ama. See kwabla. After singing that song, where is it today? And then your ba penny na ne yamano. A man who does all that a woman in marriage needs, if you do it for the woman, you cause her to lose who she is. She will cause you to eat the forbidden fruit. It's not every request of a wife that must be granted. Hey, Ghana for wefu. A man me fix page no so. Ombeko. Na ukompo amenja e kasa. Meka pa. Because there are some requests from wives that will cause you to become wicked in town. Bible says that Jezebel was a good woman, very beautiful, but she requested for the seal of the husband who was a king. Why? Because when they came and the husband didn't eat and was morose and quiet, he says, "My king, what is wrong with you?" He says, "A young man in the other part of the village has a land that I needed the land. He has refused to give me the land." He said, "My king, what is your problem? Eat for me, drink. Just give me a seal of your decree and I will settle you." The wife, he ordered the answer of the wife. And at the end of the day, the man became a murderer because of the wife. It's not all requests of wives that are granted. I said, don't tell your wife everything. Abraham became a child of God and God gave Abraham blessings because he didn't tell Sarah he was going to sacrifice Isaac. Your wife has become the CID of your life. And if they see that your weakness is sex, at every sexual intercourse, they make a request. When you have come, you are just ejaculating. Wait. Say, hi. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. Whilst you are pushing hard, go hard. You love me. I love you too. I love you too. Jimmy, you got so you be ama. Onya hwe ya jeje so. E de wa ko ye. When they finish and they put their head in between your flat chest, you have no muzzle. When you macho, flat chest like my own, and they speak vertical. You see, when they finish like when they want to weaken you, they put their head on your chest. Even if their hair is smelly, you can't say it. And they speak vertical. Honey, I know you love me. And if you didn't love me by this time, we didn't know where I'll be. Forever I am yours. Take me and use me as you wish. Hey, young man, to him. Take me and use me as you wish. Who will go prison? Hey, women can tell you things that time you don't think about it. Before you see you are in jail. Take me and use me as you please. And also now, I hear you, honey. I hear you. I don't know what happened. I didn't meet you first until I met my Marijata. See how calm and cool you are? Whatever you request for, I will do it. I have no request. What you are doing for me now, I don't know what to say. Every day my mother say you are the best man on earth. Au revoir! Oh, AB so kind of crap. Some are genuine truth, but it is not to make you fool. Me put the nan say. Say na last week me say go to ya me benefits no. Me fees no kono me bomb patch be say Yankopon say na be me ko share. It's okay, we just finished making love. Don't cry. No. Let me cry small. God knows my heart. they do this to you. And the final request is that me go to akurani fees no. Many wu kakra. Me tia me ensana aka ne de no. Me de me ba ne de no ma na ebisa say ne din the same. Abrantia ne chiro melody and odi ludo to source. And I'm saying, please, madam, no. She is not Melody Lutrot. She is Melody Kobe. Maria Hoye. Eti bisi baby say, nanka how dia. Mame banu churo wudin fenwe school. Hey! Eh! Ujimi no. Baby o dan nti, o si me din dia boni be na wo ho. Baby o, say how a Montro. After all, me ana me hwe no. Me fear nothing. Won so ya me re ba akopɛ. Ma ye ho ade. Enti se wo ba chiro me din a. Se anya hwe. Hey, masa. Hey, masa. Hey, hey. Nyane. Nyane de ne amadi. Atwa ba ko di hwe wo jimie prejudice a wo ye. I promise my honor to be faithful and loyal to my wife's vagina. Hey, Jaika. Nanka no cra. Maybe I do not say I'm pledged to wife's vagina. Because I tried the day. One share one fetch one can send phone. Me say, these are the problems of stepchildren. Your mother will make a negotiation on your behalf that is a wrong negotiation. And as a result of the negotiation, a beginning of a story is written in the house. As a stepchild, you have a role to play. But your role can be played properly in the house depending on your introductory mechanism from your mother or your father. I said in the earlier submission that when you are a stepchild in the house, one of the stepchildren has power, another one has limitation. Who has the power? The one whose father is in the marriage has power. The one whose mother is in the marriage has limitation. And I will explain the limitation and the power to you next week on the same platform. But today, I want your mother to know, I want your father to know that the way you will behave in the house is dependent on the way they introduce you into the house. The stepchild you are bringing into the marriage, young man, where you live with your mother, when you want to ease yourself, you go and queue and pay. But where your mother is bringing you, we don't queue and pay. You know, there are people who go and pay for public toilets. And because they have paid, even when they are not shitting, they want to delay people to poop on themselves. One thing them tell here, where tia and choko urati e finuma, honor kind bibia public toilet no. Onim say grofo gu nachi. Obi to me ko tia 50 pesos so kone. Na papa na ojiska na wure mo kokoko masa. Me ne ogbo. Oje ko etia fem no guaba. O fa na mpe kolo. Wa ma hu time ye. Ni mba bi en trouble afi abo no ma ye bi e. Mpe ko. Bi e pa wa ye. Amenya me ase no mi na ma wa. Aden. Ti afi be na utua na edi wachi se ye na ne pie. There are people that when they pay for toilet fee, they want to prove to everybody they have paid. Those of you who collect money at the toilet gate, anybody who comes to pay for toilet, see what they are holding. If they are holding newspaper, check the date. If it's a dead news, collect your money from them to go and shit outside. Why? Because they are now, if people are passing to public toilet and they are holding their phone, collect the money from them, because as they are going to the toilet, they are going to be browsing in the toilet. When you are in a public toilet, you shouldn't be comfortable. In a public toilet, you shit quick for somebody else to come. So this is how you live with your mother. And in that time you are living with your mother, there are times that you use the toilet as an excuse to go and play. Then your mother buys car. Your mother will give you 50 pesos to go and shit out of the house. As you are going to shit, it's a lie. You took the 50 pesos. You want to go and do some shakara in some corner. But here is the case. Your mother is marrying you into a home where you don't take 50 pesos to go and shit. Actually, when you want to shit, you shit in the room. So your life in that house is not the same. When you are living with your mother, there's nothing called breakfast. Actually, when your mother is going to the market, then they give you 15 Ghana cedis. Ke 5 I watch lebine ye mamleja imkela ko I watch. Shone mi banku check e ngene ba fe jiji kenka tie wo no. Ke wala kenke ke fie e ka habo poku. E habo mini machoja makele hu. Bekele tan ma ba kemba amla ke 5 cedis a he tolo ya nti agoje. Actually, your life is streamed with 15 Ghana cedis before your mother leaves the house. There are times that they don't leave 15 Ghana. They give you 5 Ghana. And then they point the food to you. Flour ni obi ene tieko. Ni oke come here ni shwekeye. So actually your life with your mother alone made you semi-responsible. Your mother didn't like the life you were living. Now she has brought you into a new home. In the house of Mr. Lutrot, there's nothing called collect money and go to Auntie Agbo for Kokonte. In the morning, it is breakfast. And the breakfast is continental. Actually, if it is not rice water, it is oat with sliced bread. Instead of them giving you the full bread, when they cut the bread in my house, they divide it square like this. So it is 4. But it's not up to tea bread for no yoda. It was actually they don't give you 1 yard tea bread. You see your mother's house? Oh, mommy, I got tea bread. No chiffon. In my house, there is bread and knife. Being a stepchild in the house where your mother has gone to marry a man that they are in love doesn't mean you enjoy. You endure. So your mother's life, the way you live with your mother, the way your mother raised you, the way your mother was feeding you, the way you were able to speak anyhow. In my house, there is a protocol. You are living with your mother. So all the telenovelas you are watching, why? Because the TV and you and your mother were living together. So the remote of your mother's television is your bona fide property. Actually, when your mother comes back from work, you are the one who tells your mother, what happened in my life? What happened in Kukumbaja? Mama, see now call you don't they see ye. And I'm kum ye. O kum no you kumba. Missy Minyanka, Mama, this is a Sunday, a point, sorry, so actually, your mother and you are close to the television. In my house, television has a time to be put on. In the new house your mother has brought you, there are rules governing viewership in my house. Hey, how are you going to live in the house as a stepchild? As for this, my topic, I don't think I'll finish before I go to the US and come back. But I want to inculcate this into your mind, that as you are moving and transiting from your mother's house to go into your next transitional period, make sure that you find your destiny in the house where your mother is taking you. As a young man, your mother is carrying you to go and marry a certain man. Your mother has never had a car before. Actually, it is trotro you sit in every day. When you're going to church, trotro, before your mother will take taxi, then she's late. You know how it is. When your mother is late, ne our service. Master, sorry, saying because she's late. Or your mother is wearing some heels that doesn't want it to go bad. So your life actually in the private car is as a result of a lift. Somebody gave your mother lift from church in the water. Your new life in the house of the man your mother has gone to marry is that trotro is unacceptable in the house. There is a driver that will carry you wherever you want to go. When you are with your mother, you don't announce where you are going to everybody. Your mother assumes where you are. Your mother knows where you go. In my new house, everywhere you go, you have to announce. Being a stepchild in the house of a stepfather, I say it's not the same thing like being a stepchild in the house of a stepmother. How do you behave as a stepchild? How do you behave? And the painful thing is that if you're a stepchild that was raised by your grandmother, and because your mother found marriage, she wants to carry you from the village to the new husband's house. It's another story altogether. So your entry requirement, how you are coming into the house as a stepchild, will always define the way you will live in that house. Friend, as I'm talking to your child, the behavior of the child in the house is as a result of the way you introduce the child in the house. Madam, if you can do a reverse, do it. You too who is not married yet, there's a man who wants to marry you. Like Rosalie lied to you. Don't throw your child away. You have held on to your child. And that is why today you are still single. See what you are doing to yourself. You are masturbating. You are putting vibrators in your vagina and shaking it. Your dildo cannot be compared to the penis. You need a man to warm your bed. You need a man to marry you. And you know, you're the guns on the banana, say, Sophie. The reason is that, say, you smart, like a moonso. Now, and you know, you go moonso ne paya, and don't chase a wound moonso bill. In so far, ban, chase a wound moonso bill. Oima. Sana wawari Yesu achie no, o ma Yesu ho ayefin. Jare na kona ware bema. Ebe ya nka koto awade so na nya wasumdwe. Oba na ade ne fi a awade mu ana mpran twum ba ye na abofra na di 15 years. And two person ka chem say 15 years ago bema bia new ana. Won se na ye de wo twa aye signboard obi aka hwe wa choro de waso de na waso. I mean, is it to go on we go. Sani acho watch home. Baby aba no e so ji go. Hello, obi edi bi ago. So ji go. Hello, edi bi ago. Just because you have decided that I don't want anybody to frustrate my children. So you want to be single. Girl, rise up. Take up your mantle. There is a man who is interested in marrying you. As for the men in US, most of them, when you marry them, they will look good from the beginning when you are doing living and giving them the money. But for some time, they become useless. If a man who is 40 years and above from the US comes to marry you, he is 40 years and has no child. He is 40 years and he has a child and the child is 15. Before you agree to them to marry you, call me on 0277 609 644. Such men, they are burdens in marriage. Yes, you are looking for a man to marry you. But it's not just anything we marry. Especially the men from the US and from the UK. When they come from UK and they are 40 years, they want to marry you from Ghana to Abrochiri. Think twice. How on earth are they in the UK and nobody wants to marry them? What is their lifestyle? Obi ape wedi, obi ape so wale won. And don't worry, your child is not a problem. Bema catch you say your child is not a problem. Jimienu either say ne kotie won to me nyam ana sembi won ho no po bi ba dia ne ba. Young lady, stop saying the things you are saying. I will work hard and take care of my children. I don't need the man in my life. After all, what would the man do for me? I buy my own things. I pay my own rent. Hey, do you fuck your own self? Be truthful to yourself. You are watching me. You see, you are looking at the left side of your bed. Yes, you are watching. Look at the thing lying there. See. You have 13 pillows on your bed. Sign of gnashing. You are lonely. I am so lonely. I got nobody to call my own. You are a prayer warrior, not because you are very, very Christian. You are not too religious, but because you need a man. When your techie comes, you know techie. Your clitoris begins to do. Then you put your hand there. Paye patoye hane. Lord, help me in the name of Jesus. I don't want to sin. I said, I don't want this money. May Lord kill the desire. In the name of Jesus, I kill you sexual desire. Hey, Jimmy, no now. Upe be Mario, not in Bible. See, I don't want the guys actually. When you feel the need for sex, do something. Then you go and take your Bible. Remember, when you open it, then they say, and Solomon kissed. Oh, no. Then you move the Bible, then you go and see another one. And Judas committed suicide. No, devil, get behind me. Me nkumi ho. Metna seo. Na maye wo yeba panyi na. Wow. Bible no kura mo ze enye reading na bai. Wa ko read in Songs of Solomon. No fe na no. And I say ebony. Who say me bi on hwa na Judas ko share ho akonfo. And you go kun ho na. There are times that's all the things they tell you doesn't work. That when you feel for sex, go and read the Bible. It's not true. Madam, everybody sees you and say you are very beautiful. You have 2 children. The man has not married you. Everybody wants to marry you. But because of your behavior, because of your character, because you want to marry your son, because you want to keep your son to yourself, because you want to make your daughter become who you are. I'm asking you the question. Answer me. Your daughter is 7 years. Your son is 20 years. Your son is 15 years. Will you beat your hand on your chest as a mother and say, ever since the father impregnated you, no other man has seen your pant anymore? Men are having sexual intercourse with you. You are practicing prostitution. If there's a gateway to your vagina, then there should be a gateway to your heart for marriage. Maybe you have never married before. All your children, they are hit and run children. Ayenashi, Asana, one night stand. You didn't know you were even pregnant. The other one's father is in America. And you didn't even know that you were pregnant before he left to America. My sister, it is time now for you to reason that the child can go and live as a stepchild in the house of another man. But the way you are raising the child today, ask yourself, can this child be a stepchild in the house that I'm going to live in? Stepchildren, most of you are burdens in relationship because of the things your mother told you. Some of you are very jealous. Some of you are having demonic attack. Some of you are demons. They are enjoying the loneliness of their mother. You see your son, when you sleep at night, then your son will come and enter into you. And now, Obana be shower yase. Now, so we kuntuno. What they saw, what they saw, they just Jimiano. You are spoiling the boy. So when you go to your stepfather's house and they give you a room to sleep, anado, now Obano bought me no dying. Me caught ya so I made you. Now Obano mano, ko. Mommy, I can't sleep. Mommy, I can't sleep. Oh, there is something coming around. Me Rabbi Pacho, Akula we san or tia, meaning that da sign, Tiama or no quada or so die body. Where the mirror Miss Robamin Kodan in chair, me caught ya so I could down ban chair. What would the Moya Muma our day? Now, one year, you live with your child like there's nothing else above him, above her. Let your child know that you will marry again. Let your child know that there's another man who can come back into your life. As I end today, remember, I walk prepared. And for that matter, I want you who is angry. I want you who wants to marry again. I want you who men keep coming your way and fighting them. Know that when I get up and I straighten my penis in the trouser, it means they are grown up, baby. This section was brought to you by Ginger Honey Chips. Your best chips for the season. Yesterday it was buy 3, get 1 free. It ended at 12 midnight. So if you go to Instagram and buy, you won't get anything. This is for the foreign market. If you want to buy in Ghana, we sell it in dollars for you. And this is for Ajen Kotoku local market. Lavington Hill. This is for us. Get one for yourself. Call me on 0277 609 644. Just buy one for yourself. They are proudly sponsoring my section with you. My friend, Stepchild, how old are you? You are a young man, they brought you to my house. Your mother has not bought a car before, so you sit in trotro. But now I have a car. Will you learn to wash my car? Don't wash the car in anger, because some of you, when you start washing the car, it can't get a war. It like a bull, Jimmy. Then you put stones in the duster. Oh, you are not doing me. Wash my car for me. Your mother says wash the car. As a matter of fact, I don't want my car to be washed. I take it to the washing bay. But your mother says you can't be in this house and my car will go to the washing bay. Yes, you don't know how to wash the car. So your mother says, I should teach you. You are not my houseboy. You are my stepson. But use the opportunity of being married by your mother to change your destiny. People, don't change anybody's name. Don't change your stepson's, your stepdaughter's name to your name. When you change their name, you change their destiny. Let them grow in your house as squatting. And one day, the story will be told that this, your child, is different from other children. Why? Because they live with Mr. Lutrot. And he took care of him as a philanthropist, as a caretaker. You are not my son. You are not my daughter. But every available opportunity, because of your mother, I will give you. Don't hate me. I didn't stop your mother from marrying your father. As a matter of fact, your mother is too beautiful to marry a stupid man like your father. If your father knows how good your mother was, if your father really had a good plan for good sexual intercourse, you see your mother, since your mother came, look at your mother's skin. The skin has changed because my sperm is a cream. See your mother. Are you not happy the way your mother is talking now? Stepchild, before your mother came to my house, every morning when he wakes up, he will tell you something silly about your father. When your mother wants to give you one cedi, they will insult your father. But ever since your mother came to marry me, what is the difference now? Boy, be happy. Be happy for me that I have brought shine to your mother's life. If I didn't marry your mother, you will never be a child in the house of Councillor Lutrot. You can't even be close to my gate. Look, young boy, you are not qualified to be my gate man because you are not handsome enough. I hear you resemble your father. Your father is very ugly, and that is how you are standing. But look at your behavior in my house as a stepchild. As if to say you are doing me good because I'm married to your mother. Hey, Palumo, I have done some good favor to you by marrying your mother. Today, your mother is Mrs. Lutrot. But you see, I don't want people to think that you are my child, because look at my children. Their skin color shows that they are from a very good father like me. So you are mingling with them. Learn to live with them. But you have become exceptionally foolish among all the children in my house. Before your mother came to join me as a wife with you, nobody hears a noise from my house. Ever since you came, see how the house has become. And when I talk, you get angry. And because I love your mother, I don't know what to do. Hear me. Young man, you are a stepchild. Behave as such. You are a stepchild. Behave as such. You are not the firstborn in this house. My first daughter is just 7 years. You are 17 years. You are 10 years older than my first child that you came to meet with your mother. But hear the story. This is not your father's house. This is not your father's house. You are not my firstborn. You are your father's firstborn and your mother's firstborn, but you are my stepchild. We have to tell you this for you to know your position. It is not a reminder to hurt you. You can bluff and leave my house. The fact that you are leaving my house doesn't mean your mother is going. Your mother is my wife, and she will stay here forever. But if you love your mother, if you respect your mother, if you wish your mother well, behave well in my house, so that what your mother is enjoying, you can also enjoy some. When you're living with your mother, she sells her cloth to pay your fees. Ever since she came to be a wife to me, did you hear her complaining about your fees again? I'm not paying your fees because I have too much money. The money I used to pay your fees, I can use it to chase other girls. But because of you, I can't chase girls anymore. I give it to your mother to pay your fees. See the way you eat like a fool. See my children, 7 years, 3 years, 2 years. We cook one yam for 3 months. Ever since your mother brought you into this house, you eat like poto. One yam, we eat it 2 days. Do you see our budget is going up because of you? And when they say clean my car, you are misbehaving. When I come and they say come and open the gate, you are asking your mother. So if this man is rich, why would he get a gate man? Stupid boy. Will you get me as a father? I'm telling you these things because these are the real lifestyle in our homes. You don't respect your stepfather. Why? Why? Because you are older than his child. You are not my son. You can't be my son. I am not interested to become your father. I am your stepfather. Learn how to behave as a stepdaughter. As for you stepdaughters, there are times when we are nice to you, you think we want to have sex with you. Your vagina is too small. Look at your mother's vagina. That's where you came from. I'm enjoying it. When I fuck your mother's vagina, it makes noise. Toko, 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 toko. Your own. This small thing. I don't want you. So the fact that I'm being nice to you doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. You are my stepdaughter. Learn to respect. The fact that older men are sleeping with you in town doesn't make me one of them. Hear me. If one of my girlfriends met you and told you that I am your daddy's girlfriend, your stepfather's girlfriend, I am, and you are the same age, and you think that the fact that I'm fucking a 15-year-old girl and you are 15 years, you are equal to me. It is not your vagina I'm fucking. Your friend's vagina is what I'm fucking. Don't think you have an history that belongs to my past that you were told. So you want to come and disrespect me as your stepfather. Hey, if your father gets to look like me, like you live in a house where you have your own room, you are sleeping. Ever since you came to this world, do you have a room called your own? You are sleeping in the same room with your mother. Until I married your mother, you didn't have a room called girl's room. Go here to Moshitolo. See your color. You are fair because you are an ewe. My children are dark because they are girls. Everybody knows you are not my daughter. But I'm forcing to make you a daughter. I am trying to let people understand that you are a stepdaughter. Behave well and respect. When your mother says, warm the food for me, warm it with smile. But you are warming it with hate and bitterness in your heart. Did I sack your father? If your father was good like me, your mother could have still married him. Girls, boys, learn how to live as a stepchild. The environment is not nice because you are raised in Choco. Now you are in cantonment. Hey, it's difficult to Choco to cantonment, Nima to cantonment, Abaneke. They take you to East Legon. You don't see human beings. It's cars. When you want to see him, you know how Choco life is. When you come out from that room, no, what? You know I school. But in the area where I live, when you come out, you see car. Actually, if you want to go out, you walk like from where I'm standing here to like the overhead before you can get a car. If you don't do Uber, you can't leave my house. So we brought you to a new place. Your house, you are living with your mother. So you see, I've changed your life, my sister, my daughter, my wife, my stepson, my stepdaughter. Learn how to live in the house. I'm done here today on 0277 609 644. Most of the messages will not be nice to you, but I'm happy you are very, very angry this particular morning coming to watch me. Those of you who came to watch later, the way you have frowned your face, I'm encouraging you that keep frowning. It's your face that will look ugly and wrinkled. Because when you are frowning, I'm smiling. You have the right to marry again with a stepchild. But ask yourself, the way I'm raising this girl, will she be comfortable in somebody else's house, not as a wife, but as a stepchild? The way my mother is raising the grandchild, will these children be able to go and live with me? Don't let your child destroy your happiness in marriage. What Rosalie said, that love your children above your husband. Jimmy Kasa. Ya come and Hey, your children will go. You'll be left with your husband. So love your children and hate your husband. When the children go, come back and love me. 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644. Let me see if I can read some messages here. I'll read only the unsensible ones. As for the sensible ones, thank you very much. You are speaking sense. I won't read it. If you insult me, they are the one I'll read. Yeah, you are happy I'm going to read your insults. As I read the first insult. Wow. This is so refreshing. Do you know what it is refreshing? The things I'm saying. Ghana for me, because I say, well, we are there. Oh, when you're correct. I have come to take your measurement. Hey. I have come to take your measurement. Who is that? Kojo Prince Garment. My measurement for Facebook is funny. Somebody says he has come to take my measurement. Why are you standing? Please, why are you standing to take my measurement? These boys are funny. But if you've come to take my measurement, call me right now. But right now, you're not calling me. I come on Facebook and tell you, okay, this is my measurement. Can you see me? Take it. You have come. Take it. Well, thank you for watching. And let's put all the things we are saying into practice. It is not easy. It is not easy at all. On 0277 609 644. I'll see you again in the next hour on our treatment and the topic, how to marry a divorcee. Don't miss that topic too. You have to marry a divorcee. There are rules and regulations governing marrying a divorcee. And this is on another network. God bless you so much. I love you. But remember, the best thing to do for me is to buy a bottle of ginger honey chips. Call me on 0277 609 644. Let me say a big thank you to Bodyline Clothing for my outfit. And especially, Bodyline Clothing is located at the Accra Central in the Despite building. All my outfit is coming from them. And for this shoe, that Rosalie saw the dog and the mouth is coming from Mr. Young.